Hey guys, it's Jen from the Planner Chickie. I just finished updating my Hobonichi that I had from May and June, and it is my first couple of days in my Stalogy, which for now is being housed in a very filthy, dirty, no matter how many times you clean it, Hobonichi cover. But listen, I used it, so for me, I'm okay with that. Okay, so when you open it, just crap on that side, you know, the usual. Ba-bam. This is a notebook. It's like it's a Hobonichi book, and I just use it for quick notes or things I need to get off my brain that I'm not sure if I want to put it in this book or not. So that's why it looks like that. And also it has some, I'm just using it. That's all I can tell you. Here is the Stalogy. Now I didn't force it into the other side of the book because I'm not going to stay in this. Next time you see me, I won't be in this cover, mostly because it's really dirty. Like, I don't know what I was thinking buying yellow. And I hate the cover on covers because I feel like dirt gets trapped inside. So this fabric, meh. I'm just too messy of a person. Okay, so let's dive in, shall we? I know I've talked about a setup, so I'm going to flip you from the front to where we are today. Okay, so here is the key. I know, I have a key. Who'd ever thought it? This is the first page. It's glued to the other page, so I kind of threw it away. I'm using these two pages as my index. Now, what I did is I separated the book into two parts, and I was a little nervous to do so. So I've got the first section is the beginning of July, and etc. But the back pages are collections. So I numbered the book, as you can see, the gel pen just, wait, no, that's just the way the numbers are on the edges because they're so close, because I did this in ballpoint. But even ballpoint smears, by the way. So I put 365 as a pen test. I put that up here. Did I have to? No. Can I flip to the back of the book? And absolutely no, it's a pen test. Yes. Then I put on 364 some YouTube stuff, and then I'll continue, and then when the book meets, we'll get another book. And then this is from the cover of Ryder Carroll's Bullet Journal Method. It's a freaking mouthful, but I appreciated his point of view. Track your past, order your present, and plan for your future. So just a little reminder. And we jump right into the month. And I did have a reminder to put my hashtags on my videos and Instagram. So this so far, I mean, this has been, not a lot is ever going to change on my monthly view because I need to have it mapped out a certain way for my brain to really grasp it. And then this is the rest of the months. So then we go to my things that make me happy and my July to-dos. So far, 2 things are to done on the 3rd, not too shabby. And then bam, I don't know what this was. I guess overflow for to-dos. I don't know why I didn't write on this page. Okay. Week at a glance. I can already tell you things are going to change with this. No surprise if you saw my last video. This is going to go away. I just don't need it. Now, I'm writing it 2 and 3 times. Like, for instance, those 2 appointments I had on my monthly calendar, which are transferred immediately to my daily page. But I already know my work schedule. Like, that part's not going to go. I am enjoying the tracker. I'm not great at trackers if you've seen my Jib and Techo planner. But I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this, and I don't mind ticking off the things that I've done and not done. And when I'm checking water, I know there's only, what, 6 circles, but I'm tracking in a 40-ounce Hydro Flask. So I'm a thirsty girl, and I got to have a big thirsty bottle. Anywho, the gym, which clearly not gone well. Mental check-in is relatively new. I knew I wanted to zone in on some things in July because I have a doctor's appointment and I just want to keep track of some thoughts that are coming through my brain and see if there's like a pattern, if you will. So I covered them up for the sake of the video. Just know they're there, and just know that it's nice to check in with yourself and have an honest thought at the end of the day, like, this is how I felt, or in the middle, or whenever you had your feeling. I do it at the end of my day so I can say, hey, this is how you felt, and you were either right to feel this way or you were crazy. Okay, moving past that. Here's how it's going. Now, my eye does not enjoy this so much. Now, obviously, these things are my mental check-ins, which clears it up a lot because Without that, it's really just, I'm washi taping the separation in the days. I did use a stencil for this. It's a little too large, so I probably won't use that next time. But my brain, let me just see, there's one where it's not so crazy to show. No, okay. Okay, so like this in the Hobonichi, it's the same size, A6, or the original. I think this is what they call it. I don't need that grocery list anymore. Yeah, the original. I liked having the clock here. I liked having my to-dos here. I liked having notes here. Sometimes these ran too long. Sometimes there were none. And I just would note the day or something that I liked. I would track what I ate. I would track when I took my 2 medicines. I would track my clothes sometimes. Different stuff, whatever decided to interest me, etc. And then I started adding the weather up top here because I wasn't using those squares. So I like the amount of page availability. I don't know the words, they're broken. I can easily use the whole page, and I might. I don't know. I'm just finding my groove, if you will. I do like, and I don't like, planning as I go. I like it because I'm zoned in just on this day, and I'm only focused on this day. But for instance, today's the 3rd. Tomorrow I have work, but I have something to do on the 5th that I don't have anywhere to put. So I was going to create a dashboard, sort of like this. Not really, not this. I mean, it could easily work. And just put weekly to-dos. Or I could go back and put, instead of this, just weekly to-dos. I just don't want to be redundant. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want my to-dos here for the month because there's really no date that I need this done at. This I need to get done sometime this week. So I guess that's not as redundant. I don't know. I'm going to follow my flow. I'm not following the steps in the book. I'm just following along with everybody on YouTube and Instagram, and it's a process. I don't hate it and I don't love it all at the same time. I guess I'm a creature of habit. Moving from the Jib and Tetra to the Hobonichi was something I wanted to go back to. And I'm not sure if I missed this just sheer habit, or if because this format works for me and this doesn't. So I'm going to give it, obviously, the whole month. I've committed to it. I do have the other Avec Hobonichi sitting on my shelf over there. You can't freaking see. You can't see that, but it's over there. Just know it. And I really want this to work. I just love binge watching the videos of bullet journals, Stalogy specific, because that's what happened to the notebook I grabbed because it was relatively inexpensive compared to something like a Hobonichi. But the bullet journal itself, in my opinion, is just a matter of keeping track of your stuff, appointments, tasks, notes, and having a place to put those. And I think that is almost all-encompassing of every planner I've ever used. Maybe not following it to the T, obviously with the monthly being all up front. I know that that's not a bullet journal thing, but it's what works for me in my brain. So far, that's what we're going to do. So I will see you guys. I think I'm going to do a plan with me. I know I mentioned that in my last video, but I think I'm going to do a plan with me. This New Year's and the 4th of July are my busiest times at work. I know, random times of the year, but they are the busiest. So once this weekend, especially Thursday goes by, then I think I'll sit down and plan out at least a couple of days. But that's my crutch, if you will, because I don't want to cross the line here until I'm done with my day. That's why these two lines are not exact and they're not matching up, and I already knew my brain was going to be okay-ish about it, because once this day was done, I put this there. Once today was done, I put this there. Started setting up for tomorrow because I needed to get these to-dos tomorrow. The other thing you'll see is I am highlighting the important tasks that I want done first. It may not be at the top of the list. These two are bad examples. This one's a good example. It's just I want to focus on those tasks first. Get them done. Super important. And the other stuff, get it done. If you can't, move it forward. So this is new for me. I'm also highlighting my schedule just to make it pop off the page because, like I said, the format is a little different for me. So we've got some pros, we've got some cons, we've got some struggles, we've got some excitement. You probably can't hear it in my voice, but I am super excited to be in this planner. I have really enjoyed setting it up, and I'm having a good time. So I will see you guys for the next video. Toodaloo!